I want to pivot a little bit to talent in general and start off with the younger generation, right? The younger generation, very intelligent, itchy feet, highly astute with technology, right? And we're a manufacturing company, right? We are slow moving. We tend to be more hierarchical in culture. We tend to have more respect and reverence for the older generation. But we need to be able to attract the younger talent as well. So let's first start with the talent side, right? Why should someone who is graduating from university, college, in whatever field of study, why should they think more closely about family business and promoter-driven businesses as an opportunity versus some of the multinational opportunities that are increasingly available in India?
No, that's a tough question to answer, but it's a reality that we need to address. Now, if I have to segment the talent coming out from fresh out of college, I would not bucket all of them into one homogeneous or characterize them in one homogeneous. There are people who are inclination is quick everything, instant nirvana. I want to move and earn more money, and I want to move on, go outside the country, whatever. There is a certain restlessness with which they kind of architect their career. Right? To be very honest, we can't provide an opportunity for people like that to be very comfortable in our company. Right? But there is a segment of people who are a lot more measured and patient in building their career, right? And very thoughtful and methodical. We need to make sure that those kinds of people find a consistent opportunity in the company, right? Now, gone are the days when somebody is going to come in at an entry level and stay there for 5-6 years and keep doing the same job, right? Making the job exciting, it's through rotation, giving them exposure to multiple things, and continuing to quickly move their areas of responsibility. The earlier days, the model was you need to put in X years of grunt work before you can learn how to manage people and therefore grow up. Those are getting, those timelines are shrinking, right? Both in terms of capability and in terms of the need of the hour, right? So we can't have that old models where we say, oh, you need to be 5 years in this band and then 3 years in this band. No, you got to destroy those models and say, it doesn't matter, you're only 26, but you can be a manager, right? So we've got to break those molds and provide that kind of a runway for people who are a lot more methodical and thoughtful about building a longer term career, and make sure that this is the right place where they're growing, doing multiple interesting things, and growing in their personal, professional stature as well as economic stature, right?
Yeah.
Are we there? No. We still have some ways to go, but I think we are committed in that direction, but we still need to execute on that very viscerally.
Yeah. No, I think the thing that I really liked about your answer is that you didn't just talk about what young people need to moderate or what they need to be thoughtful about. You were also thinking through how companies need to evolve to accommodate. And I think the perspective that I've been unpacking in my mind is functional skill whether it's engineering or basics of marketing, that's becoming far more accessible. Excuse me, just based on the tools, the level of knowledge that's out there, AI, so on and so forth, right? So I think it's also the onus of companies to understand how we can bring in tools to ensure those basic level of functional skills are not people dependent anymore. Because what that allows companies to do is that it allows us to allocate our talent time towards more challenging, more ambiguous problems, right? And I think one of the things that I try to do is, there are many meetings where we don't expect to solve for the answer, right? And I always say, okay, who is a younger person in this function or in this region who could really just benefit from the airtime that will be that we will have in this conversation? And I find that that can be highly meaningful, because you are very obviously breaking a ceiling of access, and B, you're probably giving that person or that employee a much better sense for the company's priorities, limitations and resources and so forth.